Now we're on to the next video, which you already know because you clicked it. So first thing we're going to do is initialize this as a git repo. So git init, done. Now we're going to initialize it as is it like npm init? Oh man, I don't think I've done this in a long time. I just copy this in, honestly. It's like pretty simple. But package name is OneForm, yes. No, it's not. Done. Oh, this is not a normal package because this is going to be with Lerna and stuff. It's okay. It's still a package. Okay, OneForm's fine because that's not really a package. Version, we're going to delete some of this. Entry point, it won't even have that. Great. Yes, that's okay. And then we need to install some things like Lerna. So I'm going to use yarn for everything. So I probably should have yarn in it. It's okay. Hang on, let me just make sure. Yeah, we're good. We're good. Yarn in it. And then Lerna. And we want this in the current directory, which is fine. Once we install Lerna, we'll do some more configuration. Question name, OneForm. Wait, what? Not yarn in it. Oh, yarn add. Oh, what am I thinking? So now we wait in real time. I think this will go pretty quick though. But we do have to install quite a few assets. I might do some of these off camera. I'll just, not all of them off camera, but I might just like this waiting part. I don't think you want to sit through it. Okay, wow, that was done really quick. All right, next one. No, we're not doing the next one yet. Kind of wondering if I want to run Cypress against the whole library. But it should be per project, really. But do I want to do it that way? I'm trying to think through this. So all these packages. Yeah, because not all of them have React and whatever. But they would, yeah, and they're not all going to run in Next. Okay, yeah, I guess so. I'll just do it this way. And I might change Next to something else in the future, like even Storybook and all that. That's fine. Because one of the packages that I have from Lerna could be this UI part that I can use for testing, and the other one could be the package itself, and then it will, because of Lerna, it will auto-link those together with Yarn workspaces. So I do Lerna in it now, and I don't remember what this does. I have to do all this on camera. I should have just done this off camera. I feel like there's a lot to do here to get the package, the system started, but I just want to show you how I do it, right? This is what I'm doing. The reasons I'm coming up with these decisions. And if it's crap, I mean, it's crap. How many processes to use when it paralyzes tasks? That's cool. We're just going to learn it in it. I don't even know why these things showed up when I did the help on the init command. Okay, done. So we should have a packages directory. We do right there. And in the packages directory, we don't have any packages. So there's probably Lerna add and some other commands, and I'd have to look them up. So right now, I don't care as much, but I do want a core package. That is very important. That's where I'm going to create all the componentry, and then I'm going to add Next and stuff in there. And Storybook for now, I can remove Storybook if I get to a point where I think maybe that should go in a different place. So for now, it'll go there. And it could be like there's a core package and all this stuff. No, I mean, this is going to be developed strictly with React in mind, and I can change it later. But that was the goal. The API is what's important, not necessarily the implementation details. So as long as I keep with that API, it accomplishes my goals. The implementation details just help with that, and that's the React stuff. Yep. And then ESLint can be installed at this level. So yarn add ESLint W into the workspace. And the reason I'm doing that is because the linting rules are not going to be different per project. Although they really could be, now that I think about it. Well, that's fine. At least the thing is, I'm installing ESLint globally because but each project could have its own thing. I want to be able to lint the whole package. So if any JSON or JavaScript files and the whole thing are wrong, this is going to help with that. So that's where this is going to be. Yes, that's fine. Anything else? No. So I'm going to have to go off camera and figure out how I want to do the, adding some things in ESLint rules and stuff, and then I'll come right back. It won't be that long because you'll see it as instant. Okay, so that configuration's done, and this is our package.json. Nothing's really changed here. I know there's something I need to do with Yarn workspaces. I don't remember what to do, but the first thing I want to do is get rid of all this because it doesn't matter. This isn't really even a project at this point. I think you always need a name, though, which is weird. But it is private. So do you even need the name at this point in the thing? I don't know. I'll find out. What if I run Yarn here? Does it care? Nothing's caring. Okay. And we need scripts then. So I don't need the private there. And I don't need any of this license. What's ISC versus MIT and all that? I mean, if somebody forks this, I obviously want them to say like, hey, I forked it from this guy and whatever. I don't think we have any dependencies here. These are all dev dependencies. But Lerna's technically, yeah, I think it's fine. Okay, so we don't need author. Oh, you know what? I can put my name here. Yeah. But this is not the library. Well, if somebody's looking at the repo, this is what they're going to see, right? I don't know what this is. What's ISC? I should look it up. ISC license. We're going to look it up together. Okay, so, wow. Wikipedia is not good on these kind of monitors. It's a permissive free software license published by Internet Software Consortium, nowadays called blah, blah, blah. I don't care. It's equivalent to simplified BST and MIT, but without language deemed unnecessary. Following the Bern Convention, originally used for bind and dig, and I have no clue what any of this means. Oh, default license for NPM packages. Maybe it's okay. Do I have to fill these in? Do I even care about the copyright? If I'm going to put ISC, then it's ISC. I mean, that's it. It's free to use, copy, modify, and or distribute the software with any purpose, with or without fee, is hereby granted, provided that the above copyright notice and this permission notice appear in all copies. So this does not seem like MIT or BSD. Oh, it just says you have to have this in every... Yeah, but that essentially means if one person's software is open source, then all the other ones have to be open source to be able to use this, right? That's what I'm reading this as. I guess I can leave it like this and change it later. It doesn't matter that much. Well, maybe it does, but I don't think it does. I have no clue. It's just going to stay that way right now. Hopefully that doesn't mean I'm locked into this copyright as of today or any making this video. No test specified. Exit 1. We'll get there. Oh, I need Cypress and stuff. Yeah, but I'm going to do some of these at like the... Cypress would probably want to be installed at the project level. I don't like this level. I don't want to install it in all the little pieces. The thing is, if the Cypress version is different that I'm testing against, then I definitely... So I'm probably going to install in the right spot. This is the only place where I'll install ESLint. I do need to install the rules, though. Oh, yeah, I need the rules for ESLint. But that's in each project. This is the only... Like, each project could even install ESLint. I just need this for this project. Oh, that means it needs all my ESLint rules as well. Okay, well, that's going to happen off camera. Okay, those are installed. Honestly, my library should install these for you, but they don't. And maybe that's okay, maybe it's not. I don't know. So that's what we've got there. This is... The scripts and stuff here would be Lerna specific. So, like, if you don't have Lerna installed, you can use npx space Lerna, and then you can run the commands. But I haven't set up any commands yet. So, I guess what I really want to do is I want to use Lerna. Let's look at the docs for Lerna and figure out how to create my package. So, here's Lerna. And we're going to look at, like, how to... Okay, this is getting started. You have to... No, I'm not installing it globally. Never. Because the problem is because this version can get out of date with what I'm expecting in my current repo. So I never do global installs. I always do local installs. And then I run npx, which I believe runs the local version. If not, I always set it up in the package.json anyway. So it's not a big deal. So get init. Okay, I did that. Get init thing already. Lerna init. I do need to upload this. Yeah, once I'm done, I'll upload it. Oh, Lerna.json. Okay, that's... Is that even here? Lerna.json. Yeah, but how do I set it up for Yarn workspaces? I mean, I'm going to have to copy it out of a different project if I want it. Because I don't remember. I want to go look it up. It takes too long to do that. Bootstrap the packages in the current Lerna repo. Yeah, but I don't have any packages yet. I want to figure out how to add one. Is it create a new Lerna repo, upgrading existing? Okay. Independent, use independent versioning. Yeah, we probably want this eventually. I guess it's okay for now. But we probably do want independent versioning. Okay. Well, this is going to be like boring if you're just watching me go through the docs of something. This is how it would be if I'm setting something up. You know, it's been a while. Most of the time, I'll just copy paste from like one of my other projects. And thankfully, I do a lot of home projects. So I learn these first at home and then I use them at work or somewhere else. So the good thing is that, you know, I can look at all my documentation of my own projects. Default packages in a single package. Yeah, and even none of this. Yeah, okay, it's used by everything. Great. I want to see if they have Babel. Yeah, Babel, as far as I know, doesn't use Lerna anymore. And Facebook is probably going to be on here too, if I can find it. Yeah, they don't use it here. I don't know about Create React App, but I know Facebook doesn't use it for React, and Babel doesn't use it for Babel anymore. which is interesting. I wonder why primer is the first one. Is that like their library? I mean, I would put the big ones first, like React Router, Create React App, Babel. These are the big ones. Jest is a big one. I don't know what Pug is. Something with a dog. Yep. Huh. Okay. Well, I will look at some other projects real quick, fill in these gaps, and then go from there. Okay, yeah, I think this is all I need is npm client yarn, and then the version. I'm going to not keep it independent. I'm going to leave it like this for now, and I'll change it later, and then workspace is true. I don't know if I want this to be independent or not. I don't know. I was going to have to take suggestions, because right now there's only one version, so who cares? I don't know if I'm spreading things out into different libraries or whatever. Like if you had the Storybook thing, it would make sense to import all of the libraries into Storybook for testing, and all the Cypress and all that stuff would happen in that particular package instead of inside of each individual one, right? It would make sense to do the unit test and everything in one spot. The thing is, you could have different versions, and you have to update all the other ones. I don't want dependency conflicts, but this is like a very specific targeted library, so I don't know if any of that matters. All right, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to create I guess you have to just make the directory yourself. So I'll mkdir into packages, packages dir in, let's see, what is it? Was I wanted to call it OneForm core, so this will be the core package. No, React. OneForm React. Yeah, core would be like core stuff. This is actually the React version of it. So, which is the only version, but it is the React version. So I'm going to cd into that packages React. And because it is an independent package, I can initialize it with anything I want. So I can do yarn in it. This time I'm doing yarn. It is the question name React. No, it is actually, I don't know why it says question name, but it should be OneForm React. Version is 1.0. Actually, it is at 0 because it doesn't exist. Description, the best form library out there. No. Ever made. Yeah, I think the best. So nobody's gonna get the joke if I say that. So because it doesn't exist yet. I think it's just the OneForm library you need. You can still use others if you want to. No, I don't end in a preposition. I think. Yeah, that should be good enough. Entry points index. I have no clue what this is going to be like because I'm using Next right now. I'm not using anything special, so I'll just do that. Repository, we don't have one yet. Oh, the author's me. Okay, license MIT. Interesting. We'll have a mix. It's fine. Question private. It is not private. Okay, so now I think private should be the first thing you ask. Because if it's private, I don't need to put all that stuff in it. Well, no, because it could be a private repository. Yeah, it could be a private package. I see what you're saying. All right, so package.json of the React one. Yeah, this is what I'm looking at. So there, it looked like Lerna, you can target a scope to install in whatever. I'm just going to install in this directory. Great, this one's MIT. Perfect. I got two different ones. MIT is the old school way of doing it. I think this all looks good to me. I don't know about this yet. I'm going to have module 1 and some other things. So people can help me out with that. Here's the thing: is like people will file issues and tell me it's broken and it doesn't work in their environment, and then I can fix it. But they'll potentially not choose the library because I'm negligent to fix, to have done that in the first place. So it's kind of like it's an up and down kind of thing. There are benefits and not benefits to foregoing certain things and hoping other people can help me solve them. Okay, so now we're in here, and in here we will install Next, and I think it's just Next, and then it's Storybook. And no, because when you install Storybook, yeah, I can install Storybook, but no, USB init or whatever. I wonder if Next has an init command too. Man, some of these things, like I'm not. Okay, start learning. No, I want to do documentation. Is that getting started? So see, create next app, or actually yarn create and then next app. I don't know what yarn create is. I never heard of that. Is this like yarn 2 or yarn 1 or? I'm still using yarn 1 because that's what all my other projects use. I know it's old now. They just next React and React. I mean, I could do that. Yeah, manual setup. I'm gonna do that. I'm not gonna do this. I have no clue what this does. Yeah, but I do wanna initialize my stuff. See, I have to put this in the. That's fine. I can initialize it. I'm gonna potentially have to customize the Babel config anyway for emotion. Wait, do I need emotion? No, I don't because there's just no styling. I mean, I can make it look pretty for Storybook, but there's no styling. Okay. I guess I could use style tags too. Like, who cares, right? It's this. Oh my god. Okay. Boom. So I need Next and React DOM. So let's delete that. Oh, it's just gonna hit enter on its own. Great. This was not what I expected. So Storybook is a little bit more involved. There's also Cypress. Let's look up how to install Cypress. Okay, I understand this one. I'm curious. Let's see. If it's literally open right here. Like, why am I going to do that? This is not a dependency, is it? Wouldn't this be a dev dependency? I don't know. Questions. See, this is a library, right? So when you pull it in, yeah, you don't want this to come with you. You just want these. So I'm going to skip Jest for now, like I said, but I'm going to install Cypress and Cypress testing library. So yarn add Cypress and Cypress testing library. Anything else? There was one thing. It was NodeMon, but I might not use it here. NodeMon's super good because it can watch the process itself. So if you change like a configuration value for Next, while Next is running, it won't restart. It just will pretend like you didn't do that. If I change a Babel config, it won't restart it. It's like, I would prefer it restarts it because I want it to. Okay, I'll start this one. I would want it to restart because I want to like. I want the project to just run without me having to restart it manually. I think that's the point. So Next doesn't handle that, and it's honestly really annoying. Like I change an ESLint rule or something like that, it doesn't necessarily need to run, but it could do something to reconfigure the files that it's looking at. Which, because it doesn't control all of that itself, it uses other libraries. I don't know. It does. I'm just rambling right now while I wait for this. This is a really cool kind of like thing going on here. I feel like I'm just speaking gibberish at this point. And I also install all of these not as development. And so I need them as dev dependencies, so I have to move them over after it's done. The OneForm library you need. Can I do one of these? The OneForm library you need? I mean, isn't that like a cool pun thing? I'm gonna do that. If nobody likes it, that's fine, because I did it anyway. Okay. What do we do now? What's next on the agenda? So I made a Git. Oh, I do have to publish the Git repo. That's important. I do want to publish a package version, but it doesn't matter right now. It's not a big deal. But I do want to publish a repo, so that I can track it, and so that also, if anything was wrong, I have a way to go back. That's the really important thing. Having Git is not really for just, I installed the thing and whatever. Having Git is for making sure that if you break something, you can go back in time. Because I don't run backups as often as I used to on my computers because I have Git. And because I use Git. So I'm going to do that now. That's all done. So now we need to figure out what's next. I'm looking at the Trello and the Trello list I have. And so Jest and React testing library, not going to worry about it right now. It's less important than just getting the Cypress piece in. Because I need to be able to test it as I go. And Cypress is great at entering data into forms visibly or visually, so I can see what's going on and making sure it's actually working as expected. So I don't think there's anything left, but I mean, I've got to at least start the project, right? And I have to get those next commands. So where did that go? It told me to put these scripts in there, and that's for Next though, but not for necessarily Storybook. I still need to get Storybook in there. So I'm not done yet. And then there are no scripts here. Isn't that interesting? So technically, like, do I not have scripts when I run it? Because when I run with Lerna, I'm supposed to be back like 2 directories. And I'll just run the Lerna commands. But each one of these should have the scripts in it so that Lerna can target it. That's really interesting. I'm also going to put this. Okay, fine. Where are my scripts going to go? How far down do I want them? Is this good? Normally I'd alphabetize everything. But these files are kind of in a specific order. And I do want the scripts at the top so I can see them very quickly and easily. I honestly don't even care about the description. But it's fine. Let's paste in the next one. Oh, it just keeps doing A. Great, I gotta fix that. Okay, I'm back. I personally don't like how Next.js does the dev. They require you to use dev in development mode and build and whatever. To me, it's confusing. This makes me want to run npm and run all and kind of change some of these commands a bit. And honestly, I don't even need the next ones necessarily. Because I'm going to use Storybook, but I would need 2 build commands in at that point. So then I would need to yarn add npm run all so that I can run multiple commands at the same time in parallel. I like that a lot. So I'm probably going to do that for the builds and stuff. Actually, running them in parallel for the build, yes, it's faster. The problem is you can't read anything. The output is just a mess. Trying to figure out which one errored is problematic. So npx sb init is how you install Storybook. Is this a dev dependency? Hang on, let's see. Where did this install to? Oh no. It installed to the wrong place. I don't even see it here. Oh, here it is. I mean, this would be good to have for everything, but I don't want it there. This is the only project using it right now. And even if the other ones do, they can update it differently. I don't know. I'm still like on the fence about that for this particular project. Okay. So that's there. It's a dev dependency. npx sb init. That'll initialize this with Storybook. It should see that it's a Next.js project and do what it needs to accordingly. I don't really know what it does though when you do this, but it does install all the packages, so I don't have to do that. That's very nice. Hopefully it installs them all as dev dependencies because they are dev dependencies. When it deploys out there, it would statically generate a bunch of HTML, so you don't have that. HTML, I say a bunch of HTML. I mean HTML and CSS and with the compiled JavaScript files. Now, there was a problem I ran into before. Let me think. I don't have emotion on here, so I'm not going to run into that issue. I would like emotion to style it, make it look pretty, but that's not my priority right now. You want to manually choose a Storybook project to type to install? Yeah, okay, I don't know what that means. Can I say no? Can I go back to no, I don't want to choose? Just like let it do it for me? Because I don't know what this... Like, whoa. Oh my goodness. Why is next not at the top here? Oh, we're going backward. Okay. I'm so lost. I mean, React scripts sounds correct, but it's not React scripts. It's let me do it again. Detecting project type. Oh, they couldn't detect it. That's weird. I don't remember seeing this the other day. I wonder which one I'm supposed to use. Yeah, that sounds really strange. Maybe it kind of... I can't even imagine what it was doing last time. Maybe Webpack React. Maybe that's what it was. That if it's next, it would be Webpack React. So that's probably what I want to use. But I don't have like a Webpack file that's exposed. Next should be doing all that itself. So you wouldn't even see it. Huh. Well, I wanted Next there because Storybook requires you have something like that so that it can run. And... that's interesting. I'm going to hit no and see what happens. I can always undo this. I am committing to Git as we go along. So I would be able to see that, oh yeah, I don't want that, for instance. What did it do? I was definitely in the wrong repo, wasn't I? That's why I couldn't detect it. And so it did nothing. Interesting. Okay. No. Interesting. Yeah, I feel like... it's okay. Okay, so let's try this again. npx sb init in this directory, which is the one we want to initialize with Storybook. I don't know why I kept getting confused. Oh yeah, I said I'd pause it during this time. Okay, looks like it's done. It has a green check just like last time. And this time, it said something about React. That's cool. Okay, React, Webpack, Webpatch, or no, Watchpack. Watchpack, okay, well, it's gone. I don't know what that was, but I'm assuming because it saw React, it knows what it is. And it maybe looks for create React app as well. Not sure. I really don't know if I need Next. So if I just want Storybook, do I need Next? That's a good question. If I want to build it as a library, I need something to do that. And Next is okay, but it's meant for building websites. That's why I kind of wonder, like, should I use Next or not? Does that make sense? It should make sense. Like, I keep saying it the whole time, but I have this assumption that I need to use it. But now that I wonder, is like, if I'm just using Storybook, do I need Next? I need something else to build it for for, you know, production. That's what I was saying. I could use rollup or parcel or something. I could use Webpack directly too. I mean, Webpack's really efficient about how it bundles, provided you do it correctly. But then it just uses tensor and stuff. I mean, I could use tensor with anything. Heck, at this point, I could use Snowpack instead of Next. I might remove Next because I don't think I need it. Now that I think about it, and wow, I made like the whole video and got to this point. See, you find some of these out when you think, and I wasn't thinking. I really was thinking, but I wasn't thinking that well. Yeah, see, installs the good stuff. Is there anything else I need to install? Because we're gonna get this working, and when we get it working, we're in a better spot. This is definitely a longer video. Okay, so here it did all the Storybook commands, yarn Storybook, right? Like I like yarn start for, you know, run my dev commands, and build for my production commands. And I would actually do build : Storybook, and then I would do build next, like not next here, but build like web or build site, something like that. So in this case, I don't think we need next. Because of that, I'm going to go ahead and run here just yarn Storybook, and I'm also going to do yarn and yarn Storybook for my yarn start. So it'll run yarn first and then run Storybook on this port. And then there's a build Storybook. I can just say build, but I'll do that for now. And then this won't be Storybook. This will be dev Storybook. There. So the dev command, so I could have like a dev web or whatever. And then alphabetize, because I don't think it does it for you. So hang on. We're not supposed to do it from here, right? Go back. Do Lerna start. Lerna run start. It's probably going to take after npm. Yeah, okay. Cool. Executing command in one package. Great. Hello. Yeah, I don't know. It could be doing this thing. I don't know if it like shows the output of that Storybook stuff going on or not. That's a good question. So what's next? Oh yeah, like we put files and stuff. The Storybook has a yeah, these are the files. Okay. This is weird. They always put a new line here on your parameters file. I have no clue why they do this. I'm just gonna fix some things. I don't have an editor config in here. I should definitely add it because I don't want it to. I'm gonna use tabs because I can say so. This is my repo, so I can use tabs here. So I need the editor config to change it so it doesn't change everything into these. Now JSON files I don't mind. If they want to be like that, that's fine. I don't maintain those usually the way they do. But I do want an editor config, so I'm gonna add that too. Oh, I did add one. Okay, well, now I feel like a dummy. But indent style tabs. Now, if I save this, oh my god, beautiful. Tabs. I miss these things. Everywhere I work, they always use spaces. One place they use 4 spaces. I was like, man. Because I had like 3 space tabs, but I switched to 2 space tabs because it just makes it easy to copy and paste between projects, honestly. That's why I'm using them now. But the benefit of tabs is that you can do whatever spacing you want. Your editor could have 8 or whatever. It doesn't matter. And if you write everything, I would say correctly, but if you write everything in a way that where spacing is not like part of the way you write your code, which is, I would assume, how you would write your code, then you don't have to worry about those things. I'm also wondering why my ESLint rules aren't working, because they should be complaining right now, and I'm fixing things and not checking that. Lint this view. That's kind of weird. There is that might be some other error. Okay. But the weird thing is it's not linting it, which I have to figure that one out. So I also added the Cypress ESLint library, and so I had to put the plugin here, put this up here, and put Cypress here under plugins, and then whatever. So that should work. Now I have Cypress linting. I really don't think I need Next. I don't know why I did that. I feel kind of dumb, honestly. I thought Storybook needed it, but then I thought about it, and it's like it has its own Webpack config and stuff. Why would I even use it? You know what? It's gone. It's gone. Yeah, I already deleted those commands. What an idiot. I'm talking about myself, but I just feel dumb. Like, I should have known. I was like, well, I got to build it like a library. It's like, yeah, but that's not what Next does. It also adds files to the file system that I don't need. So now I need to get rid of those files. Oh, I didn't even run it, so I guess it doesn't matter. I just installed it. Okay, Storybook made a stories folder. I guess that's where I can put my source code. It's not really stories, though. Yeah, it's not really stories, you know? These aren't stories. These are actual components that I'm going to use for real. Do I want a separate folder? Does Storybook look at source? Because I don't have a source directory, it just assumed I want stories in the root. Oh no. Oh hey, here it is. Stories. You know what? It's now a source. Yeah, that's where it is. I don't necessarily like the name source. I used to call like one app, or you could put source code or something, or code. I don't know. I just don't like src as being source, but that's what everybody uses, and so people are gonna look for this, and so I want people to be able to find the code easy. So I'm going to do it that way, and I'm not doing this with TypeScript, so I could just remove these. I technically don't want to, just in case we ever do use it for some reason on some project or whatever, but not in this one. I mean, I'm gonna write it straight with JavaScript. And it still should be linting this file. I'm a little confused. This should complain that these have quotes, but I'm not consistently using them. Is that rule just broken? Oops. I have no clue. I have no clue what's going on. It should error here. There should be like some kind of linting rule. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it doesn't. Maybe it's not linting this particular file for some reason. Not sure. It did lint this, not this one. It linted one of my files. I know for sure. So that's kind of weird. All right, so I changed it to this, which means I got to move the files into the source directory. And the thing is, Storybook is running right now. No, I stopped it, but it won't let me move it because probably other reasons. Great. All right. Well, I'm gonna fix that. Okay. So I started it, and there it is. Yay, we have it, and there's our Storybook. I'm done with this part. Now I got to write the actual code for the thing. But before I even do that, I want to run Cypress and make sure that's working as well, because we want to test Cypress against this. And so when we run Cypress, that's where the npm run all comes in, because what I want to do is in development mode. So you would actually have a dev command here like this. This would be all of your stuff. So it'd be npm run all, and then you do parallel. So I can run Cypress. I don't know how to. I think this is how you run Cypress, but I'm not exactly sure. And then I can run Storybook as well. So the Cypress, I don't have a command yet, but it would be dev Storybook. And then there would be also one called dev Cypress. But Cypress probably needs to run after Storybook is started. And then so these need to be sequential, but the Storybook one never finishes. Oh no! I don't know. Maybe I have to run it in a separate tab. We'll see. There's probably some way for this npm run all to do it the way I expect, but I'm not exactly sure yet. And I guess we can find out. Because I don't think Storybook even starts up, like, lets you do anything with it until it's actually started. And then this would be something like Cypress. Man, I'm really loose on this. It's been 4 years. We'll figure it out. So I was going through their docs. I really do think Cypress is correct for testing this thing, and so I have to figure it out again. We just haven't used it at work in forever, and I haven't used it on personal projects in forever, so it'll be a while. This node version is not correct. Maybe that's their node version. Is it my node version? Am I on the wrong version of node? That's something to check into. I'm going to have to look. Should be on 14 something. 14.16 right now is the latest I saw yesterday. So there are all these settings, but here's the important thing about Cypress. If you've never seen it, interesting. Shows all the browsers I have. That is cool. They added a lot of features. I don't know about the logging in. That's brand new. This still looks ugly as it used to. How do you run these? I thought there was a way to like click them and run them. Oh, there it is. Okay. Oh, it's doing it now. See it? Slow typing, email.com. This is what I want. I want to be able to test my forms. Literally what they're doing here is testing forms and the whole component library, which is really cool. I don't know where they put all these files, but they're testing them. I wonder. Yeah, it's at their website. So there you go. Typepress is done testing. It should exit, or does it just leave this open so I can go look at it? Because if they all pass, I don't care. Also, you can see in the past, so you can see pictures here. So let me see. Where's there, right? If I click, do I have to highlight something? Yeah, see? You can see each step as it tried to get to it. So I have to write all these tests, but we're going to do that because I need to make sure this works. The thing is, when I first start doing it, I'm just working with hooks and there's like nothing in the DOM. And so using Cypress for that is going to be difficult. That's where Jest would come in. I could test the hooks individually with Jest. I just don't know. I don't want to have two different testing things to work with. I mean, normally you would in your projects, but I think I could just do testing with. I'm probably going to have to use Jest, aren't I? Okay. All right, well, I'll install that too. So if I click this, what does it do? How do I go back? Do I have to close it? Okay. Good to know. And oh, this runs them all. Yes. So these are the ones that they give you in their examples. I can get rid of these, but I'll leave them so I can look at them later. And then I'm gonna have to check my node version, and then I'm also going to have to, let's see, node v. You guys can't see that, but yeah, it's 14.15.5. That's weird. I wonder if their version is just old. nvm use. So looking at Cypress, yeah, I'm gonna have to learn that, but I'm definitely gonna have to install Jest and some Jest other thingies and ESLint rules for Jest, and I just feel like it's a lot. It's a lot to do when I just want to get started in code, but I really want to make it right, and that's the whole point about doing this in videos, is that I want to show you how I do it right. The thing is that some of it I do off camera because I don't think it's really necessary. Maybe it is. Maybe I'm just like leaving people in the dust and they really care about it. So they use these things called spec files, and spec is for specification. And that's how I think of unit tests, is they're specification files, not really tests. You know, you're not testing something, you're putting the specifications so somebody else can come in there and figure out what the heck it's supposed to be doing. It does just happen to test it as well. Okay, cool. So, yes, they use something like this. It's similar to Jest, except for Jest has the word test here instead of it. So there's a little bit of difference, and then the expect is different. But I am going to also be using Cypress testing library, so I have a lot to learn to figure this out. But until I get these done, obviously we're not going to be able to work on the project because I want to make sure I can get my tests up. It's very important. I could write everything out, you know, and then test it after. I guess I could do that. All right, well, now time to install Jest. Oh, man. You can't see this, can you? Okay. Yarn add Jest and ESLint plugin Jest. I'm just running it from this directory. For whatever reason, running it with Lerna didn't work. I don't know what's going on there. Maybe the start command's not correct. I have no clue. Like I told Lerna to use Yarn, so it should know how to run Yarn projects. Okay. And then now that we have Jest, and did I do it up here again? Oh my goodness. I don't know why I do that. And the ESLint one has to be in a different place because I'm running ESLint in a different location. Honestly, this could stay here though, but it's okay. It's okay. I'll move it. Let's see if I do that. Yep. And then the other package.json in the root directory should have the ESLint rules because that's where I've put everything. Eventually, I might not want them in here, and I might want to move them. But I do need an ESLint into this directory so that I could like lint all the Lerna stuff. I guess I really don't need to. There's not much in there, but it could be helpful. So, and then Jest also has some special like ESLint configs that you have to do because it also is like Jest globals, so you need that, and then you need plugin Jest recommended, and they also have Jest styles or something like that, something like this. I'm gonna look it up, but this is wrong. I'm pretty sure it's wrong. And then under here there might be Jest as a plugin. I'm gonna have to look it up. Okay. Well, that's it for this video. I'm gonna come back and actually start coding with the next one, and hopefully we're in a good spot. Hi. Goodbye.